Why are flight prices right now actually insane? Trying to book a short weekend trip with some friends for this spring, being nothing but $300, $400, even $500 for domestic flights on even budget airlines.
A round ticket from America to Portugal is like $1,000 if you get a seat with any dignity attached.
In the future, I don't know if we're ever going to be able to travel again with the rising prices of flight tickets, airlines gouging for everything they can, and also oil prices on the rise, leading to more inflation in those ticket prices. It is wild out there today. And for families who usually do that family vacation once a year, they might have to postpone those flight tickets and the vacation because things are getting wild in 2026. And we're going to discuss it in today's video. Also, I noticed that about 60 to 70% of you who come back to the channel and watch more content are not yet subscribed. So if you find yourself coming back and enjoying more videos, please hit the subscribe button. And with that being said, let's dive into it today.
And another thing, how is it that the airplane tickets are so doggone high right now? Y'all raising prices on the airplane tickets, but y'all ain't even paying the workers. So where the money going? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
It is kind of wild that there is such a shortage in flight attendants, pilots, and even air traffic controllers, and yet prices are going up like crazy. Unbelievable. You'd think that people would be able to access these jobs because there's a shortage, and the fact that the salaries are probably high based on everything going on in the world right now with inflation, but maybe not. Maybe that's why they can't actually get anyone to work for these companies. Crazy. But it doesn't stop these companies from raising their prices. Let me tell you, flight tickets are ridiculous.
Looking at flight prices right now, and oh my god. And apparently they're only gonna get higher from here on out, along with just about everything else. But I've been telling all my friends, hey, after I move to Portugal, come visit me, come see us. But after seeing how much it would cost my friends, I'm like, actually, stay home. Let's just Skype. I can't justify asking someone to spend all that money on seeing me. A round ticket from America to Portugal is like $1,000 if you get a seat with any dignity attached. And we're not even in peak summer travel prices yet. That is just insane to me. Don't get me wrong, they've been expensive, these plane tickets, but I think these are the first domino to fall in a long list of things that we are gonna be stuck footing the bill for here. I mean, it's gonna be everything. Gas for our cars, food, living expenses, rent, you name it. It's gonna go up, and it's not gonna be pretty. You know, I thought we were crazy for sailing across the ocean to make our move. I was justifying it in my head it's not that much more expensive than flying. Well, now, honestly, it's not that much more expensive than flying would be.
Oh my god, can you imagine that if we're going back to those days where if you want to go across the ocean and it's too expensive to actually do it with the plane, you're gonna have to sail across?
Why are flight prices right now actually insane? Trying to book a short weekend trip with some friends for this spring, being nothing but $300, $400, even $500 for domestic flights on even budget airlines. I wanted to go to Phoenix just to go somewhere warm with some friends, and I'm looking on Allegiant, which is supposed to be a budget airline. I'm even seeing $600. We have Frontier, Allegiant, another Allegiant, and these are not even that great of flight times. Okay, maybe this one. This is ridiculous. $500, $600 for March. I might as well just go to Europe or somewhere else because it's the same freaking price. It's ridiculous.
I think that's the scariest in terms of price inflation for plane tickets is when domestic flights are almost the same as international flights. You know that you're getting screwed royally.
If you're planning on going on a trip anytime this year, I would book that flight right now because if jet fuel prices go up, that means all the ticket prices are going to go. So if you want to have a vacation before the next World War or during it, book it now, baby. Book it now. Listen to me. Book it.
Maybe ultimately FOMO is kind of what's leading to a lot of things going up in price. Look at how crazy and chaotic the world is right now. It honestly could fall apart at any moment, and maybe you're postponing that trip, but you see all the news around the world and you're like, you know what? Maybe there won't be a world. So why don't I book that trip right now to Japan?
Your plane ticket's so expensive. You're already going that way. Just give me a ride. I don't even have to have a good seat. I'll sit in the back. I'll sit in the middle. But just give me a ride. Why is it, I have to pay hundreds of dollars on a plane that probably already has open seats? You may as well just let me get on the plane. I already have to go through TSA. I've already gone through all the struggles to get on the plane. Just let me hitch a ride. Please.
I mean, he's got some fair points, right? If they already have that set in stone, like that's the destination that they're going to. And there is usually some open seats available here and there. But to be honest, every flight that I've been on in the last 2 years has been completely packed, not a single seat.
I wonder why it's so expensive to fly in Canada when it's not in Europe or the US. Our country's large size and low population density are definitely factors, but the biggest one is actually taxes. I recently posted a flight deal that illuminated this perfectly. It's a Las Vegas to Vancouver one-way ticket as low as $15.34 USD. Instead, if you fly on the same date and the same carrier but go Vancouver to Las Vegas, it costs 102 Canadian dollars. And the base fare is essentially the same. The only difference is the taxes and fees you're paying on top of the base fare ticket. Fly out of Vancouver and it's only $1 for the fare, but you're paying $26 in airport improvement fees, $32 in transport tax, and all these other ones. Same date, same flight, but Vegas to Vancouver, and the taxes and fees are 1/5 of the price of flying out of Canada. With how much we pay in taxes and fees, low-cost carriers can't make the economics work.
That is so crazy to me that it's cheaper to go to the States than it is to travel within your own country in Canada. I think Canada is the outlier in terms of the worst prices for domestic fares across the entire world. It is ridiculous. My family and friends, they rarely ever get a chance to visit me here in Calgary. They're from Toronto, I'm from Toronto. To get them to come out to Calgary round trip is 300 Canadian, and that's on a low end. It goes way higher than that. Go up to $400+ just to do a round trip from Toronto to Calgary. Unbelievable.
Can we talk about how expensive it got to fly from Helsinki? I've been trying to find flights because I want to go on holiday in June and it is massively expensive. Also, when I was still in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend, my flights in the beginning when we started dating in 2021 or end of 2020 were much cheaper. And I don't say that I want to have 30-euro Ryanair flights because I don't think that that's sustainable at all. But I don't want to pay 400 euros for a flight where I don't even have hand luggage included. Why did they change the policy that the default is just this small bag under the seat? In which world do I not want to take at least the hand luggage? I mean, I do have some stuff, you know. Specifically checked for flights to London and those flights were 400 euros and there was nothing included. And I don't see how this is a normal price. I'm fine with paying 150 or something like that because I think that would be a normal price. At least it was a normal price for years. What do you think is a normal price for a flight nowadays? Am I in the wrong? Please tell me if I am. But I don't think that 400 euros is in any way normal because I can go to the United States for 600 euros. And that's way further. And that also includes a 23 kilogram luggage and hand luggage. I was wondering if it might be that maybe the Helsinki airport fees are maybe higher. So if there's maybe some people who know about this topic, please enlighten me because I would really like to know. I'm very curious.
I don't think it's anything to do with the airports being expensive or even gas prices. I think there's just some airlines that specifically like to price gouge, but it's not even just the airlines, it's flight tickets in general across the world, not just Canada, United States, obviously Europe as well.
Can't book a flight. I can't book a flight. Everything is expensive. Usually when I travel to Italy, it would only cost me about 80 euro. And if I'm lucky on a Tuesday, I can get it for 60. Budget airline. But now, the prices are starting from 200 to 250. That is a massive stretch. I know there's a war happening and we didn't sign up for this. We are already paying huge tax, you know? We are already paying huge and increasing bills. Can you just at least give us a place that we feel safe, that we feel protected, and we have the liberty, the freedom to travel? Because everything is just getting expensive. I don't know.
The more I think about it, maybe just the economic conditions, the geopolitical issues really are affecting some travel prices, but I don't think that's the main issue. I think inflation has been on the rise for a long time, and I think the prices for tickets for airlines is definitely part of it. Because if you remember, during the pandemic, there was actually some deflation in prices and even in oil prices. You can actually travel during the pandemic relatively cheap, even in Canada, which is considered a pretty expensive country to travel in. But you can get tickets to Vancouver at one point, round tickets for about $150 from Toronto during the pandemic, especially early on. And now those same tickets are probably $400 to $500. Unbelievable. What the heck is going on with flight tickets? Eventually, maybe we just won't travel at all. Maybe that's also the point. Leave your thoughts about this video down below in the comment section, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.